You're watching Spheregon Entertainment live streaming. This set production is coming to you live from the 2009 Super Billiards Expo in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. This free stream is brought to you by Tap League. Join a league today. Inside Pool Magazine. Visit InsidePoolMag.com. Gambler Clothing. Live it, breathe it, wear it. And Lucasi Hybrid. Try the next evolution in Lucasi cues. Welcome, everyone. This is Joey Augustin, Joey A. from the Internet Pool Forums, and I have here in the booth with me a great guest. My guest is Torsten Homan. Welcome, Torsten.
Hi, Joey. It's my pleasure today to do the commentary with you, this great final between Corey and John.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, John will be the first one to break here, the final.
We'll have to wait a game to see Corey break. Since this is alternating break, we'll see Corey break next rack.
Both players from Florida.
That's right. John's from Pensacola, Florida. He is sponsored by OBQs.
Okay, let's go. See, John put the 2 and a 3 ball behind the 1.
Oh, he's chosen to use Corey's break. He's stolen
Let's
Corey's
the
break.
4 in the corner.
Yeah, the 2 hanging in the side. Nice. John did not break like this in his last match that we just witnessed against Oscar Dominguez. I'll just make a note of that right now. He must have been watching Corey warm up.
Well, it's a long race. It's a race to 13. So, the beginning, I think you can afford to experiment a little bit. I would stick with my break, though.
Yeah, he switched, I can tell you that.
Okay, safety. It's a good choice here.
It's very important to win that first game to give yourself a little psychological boost and confidence, is it not, Torsten?
Yeah, sure. And then you have the alternate break, so you get your chances. But you wanna come out with a good lead in the beginning. See, that's the difference in 10 ball and 9 ball. In 9 ball, sometimes you make 2, 3 balls on the break. You make the wing ball, you make the 1 ball. You have only 5, 6, 7 balls to play with. But in 10 ball, it's very hard to make only 1 ball, and then there's always more traffic. Like here, even if he gets ball in hand, he still has a 3, 5, 7. Looks like the combination is on, but there's still a little bit work to do. Foul here, ball in hand.
Yeah, Corey had an opportunity to make it a little more difficult with tying up that 5-7, but chose to try and kick at that difficult 1 ball. You are right now watching the finals 10-ball championship. The winner will win $20,000. And if they happen to have the best rating for this tournament, they'll win an additional $1,000 that Alan is putting up personally himself.
Okay, here's the key shot in this rack. The 5-7 combination seems pretty easy once he makes the 3 in the side.
So he'll stay away from bumping the 5 and 7, right?
It depends on the angle. If he might has to go into the 5 and 7, but if he can avoid it, no, he's trying to open it. Okay.
It might have just been that angle that he needed to do that.
I like John's pace. He's a very quick player. He makes quick decisions. And if he gets his game going, then he's very, very strong.
If John gets to freewheeling, his opponents get in. They're in trouble because that fast pace that he's got. That's what he showed in the Derby City Classic in the One Pocket Championship. He played fluidly and just with a lot of confidence and quick pace. Some of his matches didn't last very long. Maybe record-breaking One Pocket matches. Looks like Corey will come out to the middle of the table, maybe a little past the middle of the table for an easy shot on the 7 ball. He gets close to his work, a little too close. Try and play a little safety behind 8 and 10, or no, he's got an easy cut. Does he draw a follow on this, Torsten?
Let's say follow, go 1 rail, back down, maybe 2 rails.
Two rail follow or 1 rail?
A draw back.
A little helping side rail there. Well, that's 1 game for Corey, and he'll be racking and breaking. Torsten, do you have a pick for this match? It's a race to 13, and it's 10 ball, and Corey now leads 1-0. Do you have a pick?
That's a tough one. Well, Corey hasn't lost yet, and he's been playing very well all week. He has beaten John already this tournament. But for me, it's a 50-50, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel the same way. John's from my part of the country, not too far away from Louisiana, where I'm from. And he's in Pensacola, Florida, and I've been able to visit him quite often and see his game. Corey's a little bit further over in Florida, a little in middle Florida, so I don't get over that way often. So I haven't had a chance to commiserate with Corey that much and to observe his game, but I've seen him many times in the tournaments, and it's always a pleasure to watch him play, and I know he's always someone to fear and in any tournament. Well, let's watch that break you were talking about.
Just drawing the cue ball back to the end rail.
2 and a 3 go towards the side pocket each time.
Okay.
The 3 narrowly missed the side pocket.
Well, Corey is known for always trying new things on the break. He was the one who first came out with a soft break and 9 ball, and we can definitely learn a lot from him.
Very innovative. Little push out there, and looks like Corey's going to take the shot. Looks like the 1 ball's makeable. And he shoots at it. I think John's going to jump this if he can't hit it. He's thinking about it. Oh, he's got a safety in mind.
Yeah.
So he's left a combination on the 10 ball.
Well, it's early in the match, and that's what I said, what I meant when I said the break is so important. You know, if you have a good break and you get position and you can run out, if you don't make a ball on the break and you have safeties, then you tend to miss more shots. But if you have a good break, that's why Shane runs out so many racks.
Mm-hmm.
He plays so well. That's why he's been winning so many tournaments. His break is so powerful. He always makes 2 balls, 3 balls. He gets position and.
He took a shot at it. Well, the balls are well spread now, and it's just a matter of getting in line on the next ball and really making some easy pots here. The pattern looks like it's pretty easy to me.
It's a prime opportunity for John now to get back into the game. I'm sure this game is going to get better as the time goes by. Both players have to adjust to the fact that's the final and figure out the right break. It's a long, long game. Race to 13. There's the 4, 5, 6, 7 all on one side of the table, and then the 8, 9, 10 on the other side. So we're going to see John flying around the table.
Yeah, I haven't seen him pick up his pace just yet, but that's sure to come.
Yeah, this is the last day of the Super Billiard Expo, and it's always a pleasure to come here every year. It's one of the major tournaments every year on my calendar. It's just so much going on here. It's just my advice to everyone out there that hasn't been here in Valley Forge to check it out next year. It's just we have the pro tournament, we have the invitational women's pro event, we have the amateurs, we have all the exhibitors, and it's just so much to see, so much pool here in the convention center.
Well, the score is 1-1.
Looks like John is doing it again. A little bit harder now with draw.
Right, a little bit harder. I don't think that's the secret, though. I think it's
No.
a little softer. Now, Torsten, you are sponsored by one of this live streaming sponsors. This free live streaming that we're bringing to the internet viewers right now is sponsored by Lucasi Hybrid, and you're one of the great athletes and great pool players in the world that plays with Lucasi Hybrid. How long have you been playing with it?
Yeah, I'm very proud to be sponsored by Lucasi Hybrid. I've been playing their queue now for, let me see, 2006. Yeah, 2006. I received my Lucasi queue week after the US Open, and then it's interesting because my first tournament that I played with my Lucasi queue, I beat Corey in the final of the Sudden Death 7 ball, and then the following week I won the World Pool League against Bustamante in Europe in the final. So I was convinced that the queue works for me, because I'm really picky with my equipment. If something is wrong, then I freak out. So I love my queue.
That's fantastic. Well,
It's pretty good.
does the Lucasi Hybrid cue have any special features that you have come to appreciate?
Well, they put a ton of technology in the cue, and well, for me, I pay attention, but I'm not really. You give me the cue. Oh, I think he overran this ball.
Oh my!
Did he get away with it?
The way he's posturing, I don't think so.
And I'm an old school player, even though I count myself still to the younger generation of pool. So I'm not really into the super low deflection shafts, and luckily we have different versions of our cues. So I play the shaft with a little bit more deflection.
And what is that shaft name called? Is there a particular name with the Lucasi Hybrid shaft that you play with?
Just a Lucasi Hybrid shaft.
Oh, it's just a standard stock Lucasi Hybrid cue shaft?
There's a thinner version which has lower deflection.
But you don't play with that?
No.
What's the diameter on the shaft at the ferrule?
Well, for mine it's 12.2. And I like the grip. I think it's called the G5 grip technology. I call it my rubber grip.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to get used to it, and now I love it. I used to play Irish Lin, and now we're using the G5 technology for all our cues, for the break cue, for the jump cue, and I really, really like it.
Do you think it provides you with a little bit better feel on the?
Pool is all personal preference,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to try out different cue, different grips, and I really got used to it, and I love it. Just the way it feels in my hand. I could never get used to a cue, maybe without grip, just with the finish on.
Sure. Is that shaft? Did you modify the shaft down to 12.2 millimeters? Did you sand it? Is it a standard maple shaft? Is what I'm really asking.
It is their standard shaft. I just had it trimmed down to my specifications, the way I like it.
I see. Mm-hmm. Well, that's fantastic. It's great that Lucasi Hybrid has such a high caliber player as yourself playing with their cues, and we're hoping that our internet viewers will take the opportunity to visit cueandcase.com, where they can choose their Lucasi Hybrid cue. That was a wicked little safety there. No soup for Corey today.
Wow, great shot.
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness. My goodness. That's one of my most difficult shots is when I'm kicking at a ball and the cue ball is really close to the rail. It seems that my cue ball gets away from me so many times. If I apply just a little bit of English, it climbs up the rail.
Well, for me, I wouldn't say I'm the master in kicking and banking, even though I've improved my game, especially banking, so much. In the last 3 years, I've been constantly finishing the top 10 in the Derby City Bank Pool Championship, so I really fallen in love with bank pool. But kicking, I still have a lot to learn. But for me, it's about feel. If you practice it and you've been playing for a long time, there's no way you can calculate the kick shot. It's all about how you know the rail. Every rail is different, how you can feel it. And then you need a little bit of luck, always.
Mm-hmm.
But what a great out from John. Wow, he came with this kick shot, and then he made the long cut and back in the game.
Yeah, John just adds another game to his score, and the score is 2-1 in favor of John Schmidt. Corey is breaking, and the crowd's showing their approval of a fine match here that's going on. If you've just joined us, my name is Joey Augustin, Joey A. from the Internet Pool Forums, and I have here in the booth with me Torsten Homan. Let's see if he takes a little bit off the break this time. No. He made that 3-ball on the side, though.
Yeah, made the second ball behind the end. Oh, an unfortunate kiss here. The kick from the 7. Could have been much easier. Now it's tricky again. I don't know if he can cut the one on the side, and he's going to lose the cue ball.
Yeah. He's got to hit it softly to keep so he can have shape on the 2. If he hits it hard, he will. Oh, okay. Maybe he should have hit it a little harder.
Well, it's just tough to make the 1.
Right.
He had a hope to, get position and still see it. I don't know if he can make it though.
I don't think so.
No, it's a smart shot.
Very nice safety. Yeah. I think John can hit a little bit of it, or more than likely, he'll probably kick at this ball and try and kick the ball, the 4-ball back. What is it? 2-ball? Kick the 2-ball back down here towards the 5 in the back rail, the bottom rail. What do you think?
I think he's just gonna thin it and send the cue ball. Depends on how hard he hit it. Just.
You called it, Torsten. Well, I think this is an easy kick, I think.
Nicely done.
Crowd shows some polite consideration to Corey.
Joey, what do you think how many spectators we have here for the final tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, it looks like it's filled. Well, they've got a few seats that might be vacant there, but I can't really. I'd hesitate to give a count on that.
You know, statistics, how many players were here this week for all events, amateurs and juniors? Just roughly.
Well, there was over 800 amateurs in the single tournament that they had here for sure. So
a few thousand.
Yeah.
2,000 or 3,000 more.
Oh, I don't know. I would estimate maybe 1,200, 1,500. I would guess. You know, there's a lot of people that come to this tournament and don't participate, but they come for the cues and the exhibits. A tremendous number of booths out here, and many dealers and manufacturers and distributors exhibit here. So a lot of people come for that and don't even play in the tournaments. I know like you were saying earlier, before about the different people that the different tournaments that they have here. There's a tournament for every person. There's the ladies' invitational tournament that they had. There's seniors tournament, the TAP League, which is also one of our sponsors for this free internet streaming. They also have a tournament going on here, and maybe the numbers could be a couple of thousand, but I didn't hear any official numbers on it.
So my advice to John is go back to your old break. Just break him like you did the matches before.
Let's see what he does. He certainly makes it a score of 3-1.
If he can pull out a good break here and then get some momentum going for him, 3-1, his own break. Because both players been missing some easy shots and playing not the greatest safeties. But we're still early in the match, so but you don't want to get behind.
That's right.
Too much.
Even for professionals at your level and John and Corey's level, in a finals championship here, do you ever have to deal with a case of the nerves?
Well, for me personally, I think being nervous is something positive. Because it means that you're into it with your heart. If I wouldn't have any emotions at all, I wouldn't I wouldn't care and I wouldn't perform my best. So it's good if you're a little bit tense. Of course, you don't want to be shaky.
And
But
do you ever get shaky in a finals match like this?
well, usually, if you're not prepared, if you don't practice, for example, is when you're confronted with new situations. Let's say you don't practice for a week, you go to a tournament, you're nervous. It's normal because you don't feel confident about your game. If you've never been in a final match, you might get nervous because it's a new situation for you. But both guys, they've been on TV so many times. They both won so many matches, so they know how it is out there. If you've never been on TV, you might get nervous. If you play a team and you play not only for yourself but for your teammates, you might get nervous. So the more you expose yourself to new situations, if you go to a new country, if you play first time in the Philippines, you might get nervous because you're not used to the people, to the environment. And that's something we players have to deal with. If you play on a new table and you can't figure out the rails, the speed, then it might make you nervous, influence your game. So that's something. There are a lot of factors in pool that influence you mentally.
That's very good observations that you made and statements that you made. I appreciate that, and I think our internet viewers understand that everything that you have said relates to them, and I think they will appreciate it as well.
Well, and as I said, I think being nervous to a certain point is positive because a lot of players, they get afraid if they feel they're a little bit shaky. Then they get even more nervous. They think, oh, that's bad. They recognize there's something bad, and then they let it get to their head. But if you see it as something positive, hey, this will bring the best out of me, then you can use it for your advantage.
I like that a lot.
If there's a famous boxer, I forgot his name, but he said, if I wouldn't be nervous before my fight, then I wouldn't go out there and box. I would quit my career because that means that I wouldn't take my opponent seriously, and I might get injured. So I want to be out there and focused and use that for me, to my advantage.
Oh, boy. John's got a kick at the 7 ball, but he's lucky to be back at the table.
John needs to take advantage of Corey not performing at his best. See, because you can feel if your opponent is, something's wrong with your opponent's game, and then you need to take advantage of it. You need to take your chances and be extra focused. You don't want to let your opponent get back into the game.
Keep them off guard and keep them uncomfortable, eh?
But it's a long race, and you have always momentum swings. Swings fast. You can be up 5 games, and within half an hour, you can be down by a game or two.
It seems that there's not as big a swings in 10 ball as there is in 9 ball. You don't see that, especially with this format where the alternating break format is in place.
Again, another safety battle. See, for me as a kick beginner, I would try to send the 7 ball down table and keep the cue ball near the 3 balls. But he left him a shot. He left John another shot opportunity.
Very big shot too. Does he just float the cue ball back up the table, or does he kind of draw it to the
Well, he has to
left side rail?
focus on making the ball, and the cue ball is going to float towards the side pocket. Depends on which spin he's going to put on the ball. But making is the main focus here. That's a nice shot. Very, very big.
Well, looks like John increases his lead once more, making it a score of 4-1. This is a race to 13. It's 10 ball. This live streaming internet production is brought to you by the Tap League and Lucasi Hybrid. Looking to join a pool league? Visit tapleague.com. Well, Corey needs to get back in this match and snag a couple of games here, and he's breaking now with his signature break, and let's see what happens.
Just pay attention to the 2 and 3 ball. You see them behind the 1?
Yeah.
Pay attention to those balls. See, he made the 2 ball on the side, but again, no shot on the 1 ball. So this is tough work here for Corey.
Sometimes the balls just don't seem to cooperate for you. You know, it's I see the 3 ball, which is another one of the balls right behind the 1, hanging in the hole. So both of the 2 and the 3 went racing towards the side pocket, and the 2 did fall. But great break, but just not rewarded. Now his cue ball came all the way to the back rail and went all the way back down up table, hey?
Correct.
He must have put a lot of draw on that shot.
It's very tough here. I mean, you can, the 1 ball is near the rail. You can try to jump the 1 in, but
He's got to push out on this shot though somehow.
he cannot afford to make any, silly shots. He has to play very smart here.
You know, maybe push out, hang something up, tie something up. Well, I'm not too sure about this. I think I'm shooting this ball. I think the 3 will fall if it's not, if the 1 doesn't hit it too hard.
I think he's going for safety here.
Really?
He's either sending the 1 ball 1 rail to the short rail, and the cue ball, you stop the cue ball behind the 6 or behind the 7.
He tried to make it.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I think so. Yeah, I didn't look like a safety to me. If that 1 ball had hit the 3, he would have taken it.
And yet another safety battle between Corey and John. And so far, John has come out ahead every single time.
Well, maybe Corey needs to shift gears and quit the safety play and maybe push out to a jump shot and take the jump shot. I know John jumps equally well, but
Overcut it.
Corey's got to try something. Well, he gets an opportunity to try something. This is the time for Corey to make his move. He desperately needs to get back and win this game and get back in the match.
Yeah, it's not automatic. Hit it very thin, inside English. 2 rails back for the 4 on the side, the other side pocket.
When he puts the inside English on this shot, do you expect him to hit the back rail first and then hit the side rail second?
Well, from here, I'd say...
Or just 1 rail?
Go 2 rails.
Okay.
Oh, okay, well, he decides to draw the cue ball.
He's running into traffic there.
Perfect.
Gets right past it. That's good.
That's why I'm sitting here doing the commentary and he's playing.
Well, I like your shot a little better than his. I think he was fortunate that he avoided the kiss on the 4. Now this is relatively easy out from here, just keeping the cue off the rail and in line with the 8.
Oh.
Well, it looks like Corey has done just exactly what he needed to do to get back in this game.
Well, John had his opportunity when he missed the thin cut on the, was it 1 ball?
Yes. Allowed. That was a gift to Corey. You're right. That might come back to haunt John. Well, that brings it to a score of 4-2. John Schmidt leading, and now we've got John racking and breaking. Torsten, over the week we've talked with a number of professional players about coaching and instruction and so forth, and I understand that both you and Dominic Jensch have a coach in Germany that y'all take great pride in and great consideration. Is that Michael Wall? Is that his name?
Well, Michael was the first person that I met when I started playing pool. When I heard about this private club in Fulda, Germany, and I went there at the age of 12. See, I think it was a smart move to go back real quick to the game.
Sure.
To stop, trying to copy what Corey's doing and go back to his break.
And that's what he just did, right?
Even though he doesn't have an obvious shot on the 1 ball, at least he made some balls, but now he left Corey a shot. The 7 ball is tied to the 9. Okay, back to Michael. So I've been working with Michael for the past 17 years.
My goodness.
And I've worked with several different coaches. There's some good coaches out there, but for me, of course, Michael is the best, and he's shown it. Not only am I a world champion, also he has so many credentials under his belt with all his students, and
so he coaches many other students besides you and Dominic.
He's a full-time coach, and
only in billiards, only in pocket billiards, or is it other sports?
No, pool, only pool, and.
Does he have any psychology background? Is he a sports psychologist or anything
nothing
like
at all.
that?
It's just his pure experience and observation, and he studies the game and
and puts in the time.
He's very into fundamentals, and just all his students become great champions. And he is. I know it's hard. It's difficult to first to find a good coach and then be able to afford it. But I worked with Michael on a daily basis, and a lot of his students, he he has a lot of kids that he works with, and they work with him every day, and that's when you really have influence on your students' game, if you see them on a daily basis.
And especially
And
when they're young and in their formative years.
Exactly, and I'm very proud of Dominic. Dominic Jensch, he's 17 years. He lives in Fulda too, and I heard of him before. I mean, he's been playing for quite a time, and then Michael told me about him. You should see this kid. He's very talented, and he reminds me of you. He said he's so determined and composed and nice, and so when I met him, I was amazed. I thought, oh, there's great potential, and I really like him. That's even more important to me. Not only his dedication to the game, but he has just great personality. So I invited him to come to the Lucasi Hybrid Classic in Jacksonville, Florida, his first time in the US, and he was just, I mean, he won the amateur 9-ball, he finished second in the amateur 8-ball, he won the junior championship, and he played a great straight pool tournament. I think he beat Mika 150-0, and he ran a 150 and out against
Denis
or Santos Sambajon. And so this is his third appearance in the States. I think he played in the World Straight Pool Championships and did well. And he finished 7th here. And I mean, it's just incredible. He beat players like Mike Davis and Charlie Williams. And he had his chances against me.
He had a good match against you.
10-7 or 10-8.
Uh-huh. And how did you come out in this tournament?
Well, I lost my first match against Darren Appleton, my very first match. And then made a great comeback. I beat Jose Parica the next one. I beat Shane. Yesterday was a long day for me. I had my first match 11:30 in the morning, and I finished around midnight.
Oh boy, 12-hour
Played
day.
every round. So, but been working a lot on my endurance. Do a lot of physical training, and I run a lot. So that helped me, and I'm very happy. You know, I had very bad years in 2000 after I won the IPT, 2006 and 7, and the past 5-6 tournaments I played, I always finished in the top 10.
Excellent.
So I still haven't. I mean, I won my first Asian tournament last year in November in Korea, and haven't won a tournament in the States, except the straight pool tournament. But I'm getting there.
Well, it sounds like it. Well, Corey has just added another game, and he's just fighting his way back in this match. And the score is 4-3 Schmidt, with Corey racking and breaking. It's a race to 13, and just in case some of you have just joined us, I'm Joey Augustin, Joey A. from the Internet Pool Forums, and I'm here in the booth with Torsten Homan.
So if you pay attention to the rack here, Corey is always putting the 1, 2, 3 in the front, because what he does, he breaks from the center of the table with the draw shot, which gives a good opportunity for the 2-ball in the right side pocket or the 3-ball in the left side pocket.
If you get a chance, we'd love for you to visit Inside Pool Magazine. Their website is insidepoolmag.com, and it's a place where you can go and you can download games and you can download video, instruction on how to improve your game, and as well as the actual magazine itself. So you get the opportunity, visit insidepoolmag.com, and if you're not inclined to purchase a physical subscription, you can download the virtual subscription free of charge. Well, one of the things that we'd like you to do is to just stay with us right here on this live stream and avoid the emails right now and also the website, and just stick with us and when you get an opportunity after the match, when you're relaxing, drop in and visit InsidePoolMag.com.
See, the player can always tell better if he has all. he sees the table from all different angles, but I think he's gonna maybe play safety here and keep the 6 a little bit out, make it playable for his next shot. Exactly.
He tried. It
Was a good safety.
Didn't move much. It's just going to be another obstacle to overcome at a later date.
Yeah, it's a great safety.
There's a nice close-up of how close together the 5 and 6 are.
I think he wished the 6 to have come out a little bit further. So if he gets ball in hand, then he has it easier.
Is John trying to hit the 6 ball?
I doubt it.
Yeah,
That'd be
I doubt it.
suicide.
Yeah. I guess the
No.
monitor, the way I'm looking at the monitor, it's
He's going one rail.
looks a little strange.
Hit it.
My, oh my. The crowd gives him a nice applause there.
He wanted to hit the two on the right side
Right.
to come back behind the 8 and 10 and set the 2 ball to the left side. Corey decided to take a timeout.
Well, that's quite. With the score 4-3, a little break by Corey. All right. And we're going to take a quick commercial break as well. We'll be back in a few. You're watching Spheregon Entertainment live streaming. This set production is coming to you live from the 2009 Super Billiards Expo in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. This free stream is brought to you by Tap League. Join a league today. Inside Pool Magazine. Visit InsidePoolMag.com. Gambler Clothing. Live it, breathe it, wear it. And Lucasi Hybrid. Try the next evolution in Lucasi cues.
Come play with us.
And we'll see all you TAP members in Valley Forge at the Super Billiards Expo.
So join TAP today.
Introducing Lucasi Hybrid, a whole new level of performance and technology. A cue with the revolutionary X-Shocks dampening system, eliminating vibration. G5 grip technology for enhanced traction and stability results in maximum cue control. Total sweet spot construction means unmatched power. And the zero flex point ferrule provides dead-on accuracy, giving you the confidence you need in every shot. Lucasi Hybrid, the only cue that matters.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Joey Augustin, Joey A. from the Internet Pool Forums, and in the booth with me is Torsten Homan. We're witnessing a match between Corey Deuel and John Schmidt, and the score is 4-3 with Corey at the table. Well, you know, this is
This is interesting here. Okay, he left himself a nice angle on the 4. So this is very important. Is he going to break him up or no? It looks like he's going for either safety or a
what is
bank
that?
shot on the 5.
Oh, he didn't. I see. Lame brain me. I would have gone to break him out.
Well, he could have tried it, but then there's no guarantee to get a shot. But if he plays for, if he feels confident to play the bank shot, then he knows his percentage on the bank shot.
But remember, the 5 and 6, they're almost frozen. Remember that close-up shot? Weren't they close to frozen?
Yeah, I think he's still trying to go for the bank.
Yeah, look how close they are. They
There's
look
still
close.
enough room. Yep.
Oh, he's banking it
He
there.
missed it and got away with it.
Oh, very nice.
I know he likes to experiment and he tries to do fancy shots. No, he cannot be looking at the kiss shot because he would lose the 7 ball.
I'm going to play a safety, I think, huh? Don't you think? Roll up
There's
close to
nothing.
the 7.
There's no 100%. I mean, you can try to make the 6 on the side. You'd get
Tough.
automatic position on the 7, but it's a
Risky,
super tight pocket there.
yes.
Safety. Send the 6 ball to the right rail and
And back up close to the 8 so that
but
John
he's
can't kick
looking
it in
at
the hole.
he's looking to shoot the 6 ball between the 9 and the 8 to the rail and keep the cue ball down here.
Too risky. That 6 ball hits the 8. It goes straight to the hole.
Yeah,
Make
but
it-
he has a lot of room there, and yeah, that's what he's trying to do. Just send the 6 ball up table, keep the cue ball down here. Hit it hard. I don't know why.
Oh, he thought he was going to run into something, I guess. Well, I don't know, I think he got kind of fortunate there.
Well, he was trying to bring the cue ball all the way to the rail. Quick decision here. Oh,
Oh, boy. Flying off. Did anyone get injured?
but you remember when the score was 4-1 and John missed that long 1 ball?
Yes.
That's what I meant with you have to, stay down and take advantage of your opponents of the game of the roles of the game. And because he missed that shot at 4-1, now Corey is about to tie the match up 4-4.
Exactly. I see what you mean, Torsten.
Yeah, Corey's gonna run out from here. Let me take this opportunity to thank my sponsor, Q and Case, and the Lucasi Hybrid Qs, which are also sponsoring this live stream here.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about the Lucasi Hybrid myself, and I was just wondering, is there a ball? I assume that there's maybe different levels of Lucasi Hybrid Qs, or is there just one? Is there like different colors or different styles?
Well, we have. I'm playing the Lucasi Hybrid Fusion.
The Fusion, okay.
Yeah, which is the prime line. There's a Sports Series and the Classic Series.
Ah.
And we also have a great break cue, the Big Beulah. It's packed with technology, and the jump cue, the Airhawk, is fantastic.
And do you play with those as well?
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
Love it. They all have the same grip. It's just a nice product line. They have the cue, break cue, and the jump cue.
What do you know what the retail price range of the Fusion Lucasi Hybrid is?
Well, you can get a hybrid for, I think, around maybe $250, $300. And then
Wow.
if you go, well, the Fusion that I play is a little bit more pricey. Has more inlays, and it's just gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I think they go up to like $1,300.
Oh, that's still a reasonable price.
But you can get the technology for just a couple $100.
Wow. Oh, I might check out one of the lesser expensive, Lucasi Qs with that technology and just see how it feels. Yeah.
See, John's going back to his old heartbreak. Yep.
Yep. Squats the cue ball pretty well.
9 ball.
You got something in
Made
the
a
side
5 on the
pocket.
side.
Huh?
But still, no shot on the 1 ball.
He might freeze that cue on that 9 ball, make it a little difficult for Corey to kick. Maybe, oh, he's going to go around the backside? Well,
it's a good shot here. He broke up that cluster, the 6 and the 9 ball, and played at least created some distance. And I don't think that Corey can see a full ball here.
well, it's a genuine pleasure to have a world champion like yourself here and giving some insight into this sport and this game that we all love. And I hope that the internet viewers appreciate you being here in the booth with me as much as I do.
Well, thank you. I'm new to commentary, and I'll get better, I promise.
Well, I don't want you taking my job now, Torsten.
Very easy.
So
You ask me the right questions, I give you the answers.
okay, all right. I'm liable to, try and get out there on that blue felt and give you a little competition.
Oh, beautiful shot here.
I've noticed talking with a lot of the internet forum people out there all across the world that you've got a very large fan base, Torsten, and it seems like the chat room is confirming some of that right now. And we just I just wanted to thank the internet viewers that have joined the chat room and have joined this free internet broadcast, and we appreciate you being here. And it's been a blast all weekend long and all week long, and just hope to see you again in the future, and hope that Torsten will join us again in the commentary booth and down the road.
It's a lot of fun, and I have my own website. Unfortunately, I haven't updated my blog in a long time. It's just that, as I told you, that I had a rough time 2 years ago, and it's not only that I didn't finish high in the tournament, I got knocked out very early. So at one point, I made a decision. I moved out of New York City back to Florida, and I stopped blogging for a little bit and to focus more on what's more important, on the game. And since that, I've been playing much better.
Excellent.
But a lot of things happening in my life, and I'm very happy and very positive. And so if you want to check out my website, torstenhohmann.com, my blog, I promise soon I'll be updating my blog. I try to communicate with friends and fans as much as possible, people who love the game, and just give me some patience. Sometimes I'm really busy,
Yes, indeed.
but I want to share my what I know, my knowledge. I think it's believe in what I give, it will come back to me 10 times. So if there's nothing about pool that I hold back, I try to share everything I have.
So well, now while I've got you right here, we're in the middle of a game is getting ready to start. Do you have a secret aiming system?
No.
Well, there you go, internet fans. No secret aiming system.
Well, I believe if you're a beginner, it's good to know some aiming systems. Well, what I teach is just the ghost ball method. But then it becomes just, practice. If you spend 10 hours a day playing pool, then you will figure it out. You'll get to know your cue. Yeah, it's all learning by doing. And once you start using side spin, then forget about your aiming system. And I think people, they worry too much about, I have students. I like to teach, and actually, oops.
We scratched on the break. Oh boy.
It's big for John here, and the table looks pretty open. If you can, get position to the 3, then you should be out from here. So I started teaching in Jacksonville, Florida, because I'm a certified instructor in Germany. I love to teach,
Mm.
and a lot of my students there are just. I'm talking about more advanced students. They are worried about things like the way they hold their cue, their grip, and I think they just worry too much. I mean, I'm a very technical player. You know, I work on my fundamentals and I try to be, you know, like textbook. But then at the end, it's just, you know, you got to trust yourself and perform. And then some players, they just worry too much about little things that don't matter.
Well,
And aiming is about learning. It's good to have if you're a beginner and you have no idea how to aim, where to aim. It's good to know. You know, it's all explained in the books. But get to know your cue and you know about deflection and less deflection and what happens when you put side spin and just work on your fundamentals. Work on your straight stroke.
I know my internet colleagues out here will chastise me if I don't ask you this, but I see.
Watch the 5-ball.
Oh boy, look at that! Nice. If
It's gonna take that one.
alignment is very important, and I see different players aligning the shaft underneath their right eye, the middle eye, their left eye. Sometimes right-handed players align the shaft underneath their left eye. Sometimes left-handed players align the shaft underneath their right eye, and vice versa. So I just had a question about that. Is there any particular, what is the reason why people align the shaft underneath different eyes?
Well, not everybody has a perfect vision, and usually you have a dominant eye. And after talking to my coach and his experience, he said usually if you're a right-handed player, you have a dominant right eye. So you will use that eye more for your aiming. And if you look at Niels Fein is a good example, who is blind on wait, let me see. He's blind on his left eye, I believe. He's right-handed player, and he cues his cue the right side of his chin.
Yes.
So he uses 100% of his right eye to aim at the ball. So that's it. That's it. His dominant eye. So whichever eye is dominant, you will use more.
Mm-hmm. And that's all there is to it. Just the dominant eye takes over the majority of the aiming.
Sure, it usually happens naturally, but it's good to know which eye is dominant.
Well, you see, though, you say, it's naturally done, but it's not natural for all players because, people read in books and they
read too much.
Yeah, they read too much, yeah. Center the cue in front and in between the two eyes, and I guess maybe the writer was hoping that one day, maybe the shaft will start moving over to the dominant eye naturally, but, sometimes the writings in the books, they're just not all that accurate and appropriate for that one particular person.
Well, it's good to let me see. This is 6-4 here for John. Am I right?
That's right, 6-4.
Oops. So I couldn't really see from here because John was in the way, but I don't know if he. Obviously he scratched, but did the cue ball go straight into the pocket? Did it get kicked in?
I was reaching for a little drink of water there, and I took my eye off the monitor there, Torsten.
You should always keep your dominant eye on the table.
Keep my dominant eye on the monitor.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I own almost every book that there is written on pool because I just like to study the game and like to teach. And there's some great stuff out there, but there's also a lot of not so great stuff out there.
What city are you located in, Torsten?
Well, I'm originally from Fulda, Germany. That's an hour northeast of Frankfurt, pretty much in the center of Germany. And but I moved back to, well, I spent 2 years in New York City, but now I'm back in Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville, Florida. Is there a particular way that interested students could contact you, and what is the best method for them to contact you for pool lessons?
Well, you can just Google my name and find your way to my website, or go. I have a Facebook account. It's getting more and more popular, and I try to answer all my messages there. So you can contact me through Facebook, or you can just look up my email address on my website, and then shoot me an email.
Well,
Everybody is welcome to come to Jacksonville. This is a great city for pool. We have some of the. This is 6'5" here.
6'5", that's right. John leads 6'5", and looks like Corey's going to be breaking. And let's
see how Corey puts the 1, 2, and 3 in front.
Looks like we're going to get a little close-up on this rack that Corey's doing here, with showing the 1, 2, and 3 up front. The 8 and 9 seem to be on the sides, with the 6 and 7 with the 4 and 5 in the back. Let's keep an eye on this rack and see where the balls go. Yeah, the 8, 9, and 10 kind of stayed together down there.
Didn't make a ball?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Jacksonville is a great city for pool. Where I live, I have 4 pool rooms on one street.
Oh, my goodness.
Literally 10 minutes drive from where I'm staying.
Oh.
And then some of the major companies, the industry, are located in Jacksonville, like Q&K's, my sponsors, Lucasi Hybrid Q's manufacturer, and Predator is in Jacksonville. So it's in Florida. We always have nice weather. We have the beach. Perfect.
Oh, it sounds great. I play out of Buffalo Billiards in New Orleans, Louisiana. Do you have a specific pool hall where you play the most pool?
I have several. When I came to the U.S., I first was sponsored by Bankshot Billiards in Jacksonville. It's a nice pool room, 2 minutes away from my house. And but there are several. I try to change my environment, change the table. Plus, I have a table at home.
Oh. You spend more time practicing on your table at home? Or in the pool room?
Lately, yes. Usually, of course, hey, we like to play in front of people. If you're not an, how you say, in German would be exhibitionist. If you don't like to show yourself off in front of people, then pool is if you want to be a pool pro, then that's the wrong job, because
you're under the spotlight all the time.
We're playing here for a few in front of hundreds of people, so it's nice to get out to a pool room that is crowded and you can play, and people's gonna be watching you. But at the same time, for me, and that is what I've been doing. I like to go out and play with my friends in the pool room, busy, and meet people. But lately, I've been staying home a lot and doing my drills and working on my game, and not too many distractions.
Well, I guess you're a very good example of a person that does not need to gamble to improve their skill level. Some people claim that they need the added excitement or added interest from gambling, but it appears that you and many other European players, like Ralph Souquet, don't seem to do much gambling or any gambling at all that I know of, and still seem to excel at an extremely high level in pool.
Well, I'm not against gambling. It depends on... I always say, where do you draw the line? If you put up a match between John Schmidt and Corey Deuel and they're playing for $20,000, it's on TV and you have 500 spectators, it's an exhibition match, right? It's a challenge match. But if you go to a pool room down the street in the corner with no spectators, then it's considered gambling. So what's the difference here? So But for me, I just there's always a positive and a negative side, and I'm a good example that you don't need to gamble in order to become a world champion.
That's exactly my point.
But it can help your game, of course. You can learn how to handle the pressure and play for your money.
It looks like John has just won another game, making it 7-5. And this is a race to 13. One race, one single race, and it's 10 ball. The 10 ball, if it's made on the break, gets spotted back up. And John has resorted to his original break. He's gotten away from the softer break, and now let's see what he's going to do here.
Nothing.
No reward for a nice hard break, squatting the cue ball, except, is that the one sitting in the hole? Ay.
There's still a lot of work for Corey here. I don't know if he... First, how to get position on the 2 ball. Maybe go rail first and then send the cue ball between the 5 and the 6.
Well, I think he wants to get close to the 2 ball no matter what he does, so that, he can play a very good safety, if not, make the ball.
And then the 4-7 tied up the right side.
Yeah, I think just getting close to that 2 ball should be his most important consideration. He may be able to make that 2 ball in that side pocket over there. He's looking at it now, running past the 9.
See, we are past the beginning of the match. It's already 7-5. So now, if you make a silly mistake, it cost you a lot. So in the beginning, both players are relaxed. They know if they make a mistake, well, it's early in the match. But now, if you make a mistake, it could cost you. It costs you the match.
I see. And Corey's cue ball is just over-rotated and practically snookered him behind the 6 ball.
We can make the 2 on the side. It's just where cue ball hits the 9 and then what?
Watch out, side pocket.
Well, it's going to take a while before we know the winner of this rack here. It's always nice if the 2 ball, you see the 2 ball is close to the rail, to kick at it, because it's easy to make the cue ball stop. But then the 10 ball is right there, so he would send the 2 ball into this 10. So
maybe not get the separation he was hoping for.
So the kick is not maybe not the best shot here. If he can see the 2 ball, he's just gonna maybe thin it and send the cue ball back down. Oh, now he's aiming with draw. What is he doing here?
A little inside. Well, he did just what you said he was going to do. And while the 2 ball did separate from the 10, it looks like it's left Corey a good shot in the corner pocket.
Well, now John has
that's John. Excuse me.
If he can stop the 2 ball, then he has an angle to, if he needs to, maybe he can kiss the 7 off the 4, clip the 4, make the 7.
But
if not, if he can stop the 2 ball here, then he has an automatic angle to go into the 4 and the 7. So this is the key shot here for now. Okay, so maybe he can
make the carom?
Yeah, the carom into...
Mm-hmm. He's looking at it carefully. Any need to call the tournament director over for this shot?
It depends. You can't tell from here.
Right.
But then pay attention to the 4-ball.
Yeah, definitely move first.
Very nice. See, here comes his straight pool and one pocket experience in handy. He just knows the rolls of the balls. That's what I like about John's game. Even if sometimes you overrate a position. You think, oh, this is a tough position, and then you take your time and you hesitate, and then you tend to tighten up and just, miss the ball or miss position. And John, even if the shot is a little bit tricky, he keeps his rhythm and just plays position, and then usually just, gets the job done. So that's my advice also.
Yeah.
Don't, trust your game, and even if you're a little bit off position, don't judge it as bad. Just, play the shot, play the next shot, and you're back in the game. And then John is a good example. He doesn't hesitate. He just does the job, which makes it 8-5.
Well, we haven't seen John do that fast free stroke and super fast pace yet, but if he keeps adding games to his score, you may see it. He may just he becomes electric. I mean, he just runs around the table like an energized bunny and pots balls like he's never going to miss.
Well, you also have to play the table, and sometimes it depends on the table how the balls rack. And if you get a good break and easy layouts, then it's easy to get into your stroke. But they've been having problems getting a shot after the break. I don't know, did we have one run out so far?
Mm-hmm.
After 13 played racks? I'm not sure.
That's about right.
So it's hard to develop a rhythm if it's constantly broken by where you're forced to play a push, a safety, or...
I've been guilty of slowing up my rhythm and being extra careful on certain shots. And I thought maybe when you were talking about that, you had been watching me play.
That's what got me yesterday with the Hillbilly. He put me asleep. I was really good shape. And, I mean, I have good endurance. As I said, I started 11:30, had my last match around midnight. But he just slowed his game down so much, and he took his time. Oh, he made it.
What place did Hillbilly come in?
Well, he lost to John the round after, so he finished 4th, I believe.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Great tournament. And still haven't found a recipe to beat Hillbilly. He beat me twice. He beat me at Turning Stone, he beat me again here. It's just...
Well, he's a top player, and, sometimes the style of players messes with people for a while until, the best player eventually finds a way to win, even if he's playing another player with an unorthodox style. Sooner or later, I've played with many different types of players, and I feel like if I've got an even game with someone, that eventually I'm going to learn to accept their idiosyncrasies and overlook them and start playing my best pool eventually. And, I'll get past those idiosyncrasies that sometimes impede your ability to win over your opponent.
I think that's a part of the beauty of the game. Of course, you learn the game, but then with the different characters, and to learn how to deal with them and not get frustrated and don't, let them... Like, you don't want to pick up your opponent's game. You want to play your own game. And it's just hard if you have a player that is extremely fast, like Luke Salvas or Tony Drago, or you have players that are extremely slow, like some examples out there. And then you start having negative thoughts. You start cursing at your opponent in your head, and that's something we all have to go through, and it's not easy. But you should see it as a challenge.
I like that.
To excel your game. And as I said, I'm still working on it. Been playing for 17 years, still haven't figured it out.
I played a guy, and I do a little gambling, and I gambled with this one fellow for 25 years, and he is one of the greatest sharkers of all time, and I just figured that if I could continue to, well, let's see, we got a little score update here. It looks like the score is 9. Nope. What's that? That's 8-6.
8-6, 8-6, and I think it was a run out, wasn't it?
Make it look easy, don't they, folks? Give them a big round of applause. Let them know you know it isn't easy.
Yeah, and I see John Schmidt is racking and breaking now. But I after 25 years, I finally gave up on him. I just couldn't take it anymore. I didn't enjoy the game as playing with him, being distracted. And I thought it would improve my ability to handle distractions, but I think preparing for high-level play is the best way to handle distractions. When you develop that confidence at the table, I'm not distracted by anything. But when I haven't been playing my best, and I haven't been playing lots of good competitive pool, I get distracted easily, and so I think preparation is the best defense against distractions. You have any special tips about, maintaining focus and keeping the distractions in the background?
Well, first of all, do your homework. If you come to a tournament and you're not prepared right, or you have, private issues that might interfere with your game, distract you, you have to. Everybody is so individual. You have to eliminate those things, and go and practice a lot of pool and look for a positive environment, good people. That's the first thing. That's something everybody can do. I mean, there's so many factors that you cannot influence. The people, they seem to be very result oriented. Like, I want to win this tournament, or I want to beat this opponent. Well, your opponent can play too, but there are things that you can do, you have influence on, like I can do my homework, and I can practice, and I can
get proper
analyze
rest
my game, and work on my game, and I can get proper rest, and I can exercise, stay in shape. And there's so many things people have influence, and that's what they should work on. And then the rest will come, my opinion.
Makes good sense to me.
Because I know I cannot go to this tournament and say I'm going to win it. If I come here and I finish 5th, I would feel like a loser, right? If I have of course I want to win in my heart. I want to win this tournament. But if I write down my goal, okay, I'm going to win this tournament, and I come in 5th or 3rd, I would feel disappointed. But what I can do is, 2 weeks before, I can practice hard and say, okay, I'm gonna practice 4, 6, 8 hours a day. I'm going to do certain drills. The more precise you are in your planning, the easier it is to execute. If you go to a pool room and say, okay, I'm going to work on my game today, and then after 10 minutes, you don't know what to do, you're just, shooting. You're playing, it will help your game, but it's not really productive. But if you have a plan, okay, next 4 hours, maybe the first 1 hour I'm going to work on my break. I do statistics and I figure things out. Then I want to work on my stroke. I do straight-in shots and I try to straighten my stroke. And there's just too many exercises. And you have it all figured out, then you can follow your plan.
But you're not suggesting that positive affirmations are detrimental to your game. Now, I realize that saying that you're, I'm going to win this tournament, that's not something that you really have complete control over. But other positive affirmations, things that some sports psychologists teach. I mean,
sure, but it's sports psychology. It's a big field. But most players, they're not doing their homework. Then they're trying to learn breathing exercises or to maintain positive thoughts. Of course, that's the next step. But first, you have to do work at home and build up confidence at home before you go to the tournament. That's what I'm saying.
Sound advice. I like it, Torsten. You make good sense.
I mean, I'm not. I'm learning, and I'm reading books on sports psychology, and I'm working on, advanced stuff. Um, but when I look at players, then they already fail at home practicing. What is it, 8-7 now?
Yeah, Corey's fighting his way back into this match. He's making it exciting for sure. It's 8-7. Schmidt leads this by one game. It's a race to 13. It's 10 ball, and the 10 ball spots back up on the break. And we haven't seen any 10 balls that have fallen so far, but Corey's been practicing his soft break and making balls in the side pocket. The 2 and the 3 that are racked behind the 1 seem to always find a way towards the side pocket. It's pretty phenomenal the way that he has such consistency with this break.
I like 10 ball. And I like the fact, what I don't like is that we play different rule almost every tournament. I think there should be one standard rule worldwide. It's just too confusing. What I do like is that the 10 doesn't count on the break, me personally, and wreck your own. Because if you play wreck your opponent, then you have all the discussions about the wreck, and then the 10 goes in, then the player complains. So I really like this rule, but they really should work on one standard rule for every tournament.
What about the option of spotting the 10 ball back up after you make it on the break, before or after your first shot? Do you think that should be a rule, or do you think that spotting the 10 ball up immediately after it's made is the proper rule?
Oh, I missed the one. Well, I think we should try to keep it simple. Because one thing we have to keep in mind is it has to be interesting for the spectators. The pool is a sport is always depends on the fans, and eventually people watching on TV. And if you make it too complicated, then we might lose some interest.
Well,
and people get confused.
If you spot the 10 ball back up immediately and it impedes the path of the cue ball to make contact with, say, the 1 ball, the fan has to look at that and say, gee whiz, the guy made the 10 ball on the break and now he gets penalized for making it.
You can always find reasons for or against the rule. You can also say, well, that's the role of the, then it's bad luck. This is like you didn't make a ball on the break.
I like you in the booth, Torsten. You're
No, you can always find a reason to explain something if you want.
That's right.
And I can...
There's different sides to every argument, sure. Or every discussion even.
But in general, I play the rules. You make the rule, I play it. But if you want my opinion, make one rule.
One set of rules. I like that.
Beautiful shot here. Very big shot. 8-7. There's no natural. It's good he played for the natural path. Just has to roll the cue ball. 2 rails back down for the 6.
Maybe 3.
Yeah, 3 or 4. But that's the key. That's the key. A little bit short here. That's the key in pool, to always play. You don't have to play pinpoint position every time, but to play for the right angles makes the game easier.
I'm just going to do a little 1 rail shot here. Uh-oh.
No, he's all right. John has a new hobby. That's, I think, dirt bike racing.
I've heard rumors of that. I'm not sure if that's
That is true, and because I talked to him about it, and I'm gonna visit him one of these days.
And you're gonna do some dirt bike riding too?
Yes.
Oh, look at this!
Oh.
Wow. I think he does a little four-wheeling.
It's good to have other hobbies.
Absolutely.
If you play pool 20 hours a day, then you burn out real quick.
Yeah, plays a little golf too if you want to try him some of that.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to, but I know how I am. If I find something that I'm interested in, I get addicted. And if I know I would like golf, and I start playing golf, then I would be playing golf 5 hours a day, and that's the wrong time right now. So when I'm a little bit older, I'm getting into it. I'm interested, and I've been on the driving range quite a few times, but I take it easy with golf.
Schmidt on the break.
Well, the score is 9-7 John Schmidt with Mr. Schmidt breaking. Let's see what happens. He goes with his big break. Yeah, boom goes the dynamite.
Control the cue ball well, but nothing.
Spread the balls real well and left Corey an open table. Nothing really locked up. 2-ball transition to the 3 is not a problem. The 4 sitting close to the side pocket, and the 5 will have a clear path to either pocket. I think it'll pass by the 8-ball.
Looks easy. It could be more difficult, but it's not really that easy because even the position 3 to the 4, he has to be. If he gets straight in. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the key shots. Yeah.
I wonder if he's thinking about bumping into that 9 right now. No.
No. Well, oh, now I see the 5-ball. It's tough.
I didn't realize that it didn't pass the 9. Oh, no, he didn't bump it, I don't believe. Well, let's see what he's going to do.
Maybe use the 9 to make the 5 on the side.
Maybe. He's getting close to his work.
A little hard.
Or a little safety.
I think he was trying to play position to play the 5 off the 9 at the side.
Mm-hmm.
But now he overran the position. See, that's what I meant. It wasn't that easy. When he was it the 3-ball on the right on the rail?
Right.
Yeah, he came too short for the 4. So and then now it just keeps getting worse and worse. You have position, then you miss position by a little bit. The next shot gets tougher. Oh, he still managed to make the 5. That's a good shot here.
Very good. Looked pretty easy just now the way he shot it in the hole.
But even if you have an easy out, you should still maintain 100% focus.
Yeah.
It's all about balance. If you're too tight, then you miss because you're too tense. If you're too loose, you might miss because you don't take your shot for granted. So it's all about finding the right balance.
Well, I just hope that the internet audience out there is appreciating all of your wisdom that you're sharing with them and myself, and it's been a real pleasure here, and you're just full of lots of excellent insights, and it's just a lot of, you make commentary a lot of fun, Torsten.
Thank you. Well, it's getting more and more interesting here. 9-8 soon.
Corey's staying right in this match. 9-8. John Schmidt leads by 1 game with Corey breaking and racking. I don't see any fans leaving the arena.
Another reason to come here to the Super Billiards Expo is Frank, our host. I don't know if you can hear him in the background, but he's a very funny guy. And he has class, and
He is a super funny guy. We were watching a match between Johnny Archer and Kerry Dunn, and there was some discussion between Kerry and Archer about the placement of the 10 ball that Kerry had made on the break, but the 2 was very close to being wired when he spots the 10 ball. So they called over Frank, and Frank came over to set it up, and Archer was talking and Kerry was talking, and Frank was in the middle of them, and he was just looking down, and Kerry couldn't hear what Archer was saying because he was standing on the other side of Frank, and Kerry said, "What did he say? What did he say?" And Frank looked down at him with a deadpan look and said, "He said he thinks you're too short." And Archer's face just lit up. He said, I did not." And he was just shocked by Frank saying that.
But now it seems like this is the second time I think that Corey's figured out his break. That's what he's been doing all week long. He makes either the 2 or the 3 in the side, and then he brings the cue ball up and usually has a shot on the side pocket for the 1 ball. So this is a good chance to tie the match up 9-9. And he has a little bit of a break advantage. John seems to struggle with his break. He break him hard, but just can't get easy runouts, and this is the second time that I see Corey having a pretty easy runout. So if he can keep it until the end, then he's a slight favorite for me.
Well, he's got a rack here that he needs to complete to tie up the score. We'll see how he does.
But if you pay attention, I'm gonna study the way he racks the balls, because when I see the 8, 9, and 10, you see the 8, 9, and 10, they're all close together.
That's right.
7 ball is right there. So I have a piece of paper right here.
The 8 and 9 are in the 3rd position on the outside from the 1 ball, the 1, then the 2 and the 3, then the 8 and the 9. And the 7 and 6 are on the outside, and the 4 and 5 are on the inside in the back row. I don't know what that other, what is that ball in the middle?
The 10.
Maybe 5? No, not. I'm at the middle of the back row. Nice, real nice, Torsten. Well, Corey makes it nice work of this rack.
Raise the 4 now.
And ties up the score. It is 9-9. We've got a race here. John looks up at that scoreboard, and I know he wishes he had kept that early lead that he had.
You can see the match is getting better in the beginning. Both players didn't know how to break, missed some easy shots, played some bad position, But now I think we're getting into a better match now.
John's rack, and I'll do a quick and shameless plug. Ladies and gentlemen, go to my website, franklopizzo.com. Fill out the form. When I'm doing comedy in your area, I will give you an email, and I'll let you know when I'm going to be in your area working at a comedy club or doing a show down there. Does this sound good? Yeah? All right, good. There'll be 3 people.
While he's racking, any more questions about my secret training methods? What do you want to know?
Well, let's see.
Joey.
We've put that myth to sleep about the aiming systems.
But that's the thing. If you have 5 good coaches, world-class coaches, you have to ask them the same question, you might get 5 different answers. What are you going to do now?
Well, you try each one of their pieces of advice and find out what works best for you.
The funny thing is, they might tell you 5 different opinions, and they're all right.
Oh, well? Different opinions?
They say black is the right answer. The other one says white is the answer. They're both right.
Ah, well. I guess it's everybody's quest, to improve their game. And, I think people would like to know what is the best way to improve their level of play. And I think you've given us great advice. What happened on that break? I think some balls fell, huh?
I think he hit it firm, hit it nice.
Is that the one ball sitting
Yeah,
right in
yeah,
front?
yeah.
Well, both of them must have found their way with the break, huh?
Well, Corey's break is more predictable in making the 2 or 3 in the side. I don't know, getting position.
Did John just make 3 balls on the break?
Uh-huh.
That might be a first. I don't think anybody's made 3 balls. I think Kerry Dunn made 3 balls one time. He made the 10 ball and 2 other balls, and that was where that argument started. Not the argument.
Oh, that was big. That's what I said. You make one silly mistake, it might cost you the match.
Holy mackerel.
It could have been right here.
Wow. He's just letting opportunity slip away. And Corey's not the kind of guy that is... He's going to accept that and make you pay.
As far as I can recall, John has always been leading this match up to now. He's winning 4-1. He's winning. Corey caught up 6-5, 9-7. Now this is Corey's first chance
To take the lead,
to take the lead,
Hmm.
and it's a good moment to take the lead.
Yes, indeed.
Uh-oh. Well, I think he should have taken his time here. That was a little bit too hasty. Yeah, John, he can be really happy that he gets another opportunity to shoot.
He was very fortunate there. But, by the same token, Corey was fortunate to get to the table, too. John had a good opportunity to run off that rack.
Yep. True. Another safety and...
Well, you ask another question about the what else was I interested in knowing, and more than likely, I think unless some of the internet viewers have some special questions that they'd like you to be asked, and if you people out there do have a special question for Torsten, just give us drop it in the chat room, and our moderator and producer will give us a little buzz and let us know what that is. And maybe, don't inundate us with too many questions, because we're trying to keep track of what's going on in this fine match that we've got here, where John Schmidt and Corey Deuel are tied up at 9 all.
Joey, what's the difference in prize money here? I know 20,000 to the winner. This was a great shot here by John. Could be the reg winner.
I do not know what the second place money is. I know 20,000 first place and an extra 1,000 for the best percentage scoring.
It's not going to happen.
Oh.
You mean the most break and runs, or?
The highest percentage is what I was told.
Total?
Highest percentage of wins versus losses. I believe that's the way it's...
I see. Well, I missed the player meeting.
Well, that was something that Alan Hopkins offered as an additional bonus to encourage the players to use the scorecards. In fact, the person who has the highest rating will get the $1,000.
I see. So I should have kept track of my games then?
I think maybe you should have turned in those scorecards.
But I had a lot of 10-9s, so
Well, you needed a few 10-0s. You know, Ralph Ralph had a 10-0.
I like to win 10-9 because it shows that I can keep my nerves together at the end.
I'd prefer a little more cushion than that.
Of course. Another mistake. What's going on here?
I think he's going to lag this ball up on this side rail on the right of your screen, just below the side pocket. Maybe go all the way down to the back rail to do it. No, just
very
good
nice.
speed, just good speed. Now what's he got to do, Torsten?
Make it.
Good speed. That makes it 10-9. It's a race to 13, and we have a really great race going on here. Two great players, and, well, it doesn't get any closer than this.
Big round of applause for both these players, folks.
10-9. The audience showing their appreciation for this fine performance by both of these gentlemen.
Corey Deuel on the break, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is, Corey Deuel.
This match has been, marked by good play, a little poor play from time to time, some excellent safety play, and, it's been an all-around good match so far. Well, one of our internet viewers is attempting to have me ask Torsten about a particular question, and I think he needs to elaborate a little bit more about it so that we can phrase the question properly. If you get a chance, we're paying real attention to the chat room right now, so let us know what you're interested in hearing Torsten to be asked. Uh-oh. Look at that. Don't tell me he's going to get a roll. No. Yeah, he might get punished on that.
Corey had a good break. Again, good position on the one ball. But still the 5 can... Well, see, I'm also about personal preference. I'm not too crazy about combinations. I'd rather play good position, like in this case. Missed again. See, I'd rather play for position to play the 5 in the lower corner pocket here. Then, maybe I'd rather play precise position over a combination.
I understand that, but in this particular location, like getting the cue ball there, if you could do it, that would be great. But that's threading the needle a little bit, in my opinion.
Just in general, it's always about personal preferences. And some players, they like a bank shot. Some players, they like the combination. And then some, they like to play just, safety. And some try to play pinpoint position.
Well, on these, I have to agree with you, on these tight pocket diamond tables with the deep shelf and the special angle cut of the pockets and the narrow pockets that they are, we've got enough problems, putting a 2 1/4 inch ball in those pockets, let alone making a combination.
Very nice shot here. Beautiful control. And my advice, there are always situations in the game that you remember afterwards. Tricky situations where you made a wrong decision or you didn't know what to do. And my advice is have a piece of paper ready, or right after the match, go to a beautiful website that I use myself, qtable.com, my friend Wei Chow, and then take the situation and create a diagram, and then usually you have several options. As I said, you can play bank shots, you play a combination, you can play safety, or whatever, play perfect position, and then give yourself, play around, like have 20 shots, play 20 times play for the bank shot, 20 times play for the combination, and then see what works best for you.
That's an excellent suggestion. I use the qtable.com quite frequently, and I like that quite well. It's a great site, and those of you who have never used that website...
See what he did here?
should... Well, you called it.
But he had the angle to play position. If he would have had the angle, then he would have played for the combination. It's, have to play what the table gives you.
Right.
But see, usually we pros, we don't really miss too many shots. Okay, sometimes you just miss because you were not focused enough, you didn't prepare right, you rushed into the shot. But there are not too many situations where you don't know what to do, or you don't know
what's the best thing to do.
Or you just miss the ball and don't know why. And those are the situations where you should take advantage of Qtable. And because if you don't write it down, you'll forget in a day.
That's right.
And you don't learn from it. And that's...
Well, looks like Corey is fighting back again. Looking to tie this match up.
Back and forth.
What will the score be if Corey wins this match that he makes these 2 more balls?
10-10.
10-10. Wow. Race to 3 for the big cheese. What type of suggestions could you offer some of our listeners concerning rhythm? Is there anything that you might suggest? Is there a particular rhythm that players should attempt to emulate? Or is it something that they have to find out for themselves? Or can they hire a musician to watch them play and see how many strokes that they should make, and what's the most frequency the best frequency that they have?
Well, again, pool is it's an individual sport, and it depends on your temperament, on your personality. There's some players, they play in a very fast pace, just because it suits their personality. Even though they might miss some shots, because they're too sloppy, if you let them play slow, they couldn't make a ball because it just doesn't fit their personality. But in general, I think if you play straight pool, it helps you to find a rhythm, because straight pool is all about rhythm. And if you want to run high runs. Just play around with it. You don't wanna miss shots because you rush, you're too fast, because you're too hasty. You don't wanna miss shots because you're too
careful.
Mm-hmm. And there's no concept. You have to find it out yourself.
It's up to each man and woman to work out their own salvation on the old felt.
Look at Ralph Souquet. He's my hero. He's my idol, and I play maybe a little bit faster than he does, but he's just so careful, and it works for him. If he plays his game, he never misses a shot. He always makes the right decision. He always takes his time. He never misses because he's too fast. he makes sure he eliminates that factor.
His position play has been extraordinary. Every time I seem to watch him, I'm thoroughly impressed with his position play. As far as a quick rhythm, no, he doesn't have that. But and his ability, he's not really a slow player either. But he's always impressive, and
He's just very careful and very precise. And he wants to keep control over what's happening.
Well, I've been meaning to take up straight pool for a number of years, and I've probably played only 4 times at straight pool, and I think I'm going to start practicing it. So you've played a lot of straight pool, and what is your personal high run for straight pool?
Well, my personal high run is still the same. It's been 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
7 years.
What was it?
404.
404.
Yeah.
Magnificent.
Well, I love straight pool, and my advice for every student of the game, new players, play straight pool.
What are the reasons to play this straight pool? Rhythm, you said it helps your rhythm, helps you to establish a rhythm that's you're comfortable with?
As for motivation reasons, it's nice to play by yourself. If you play 9-ball, 8-ball, it's nice to play against an opponent. But straight pool, it's about high runs. And
Well, for the first time this match, Corey takes the lead, 11-10. It's a race to 13, and Corey has got his first lead of the match.
Back to straight pool. It's all about high runs, straight pool. And it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, if you're brand new to the game, and you don't have a high run at all, or if you're intermediate, you have a high run of 60 balls, 100 balls, or even 200 balls, or 400 balls. Once you get close to that, to your personal high run, it makes you bear down and stay focused and give everything. And that's difficult in 9-ball and 8-ball and 10-ball. But in straight pool, especially when you're a beginner, you reach that limit quite often. If you only have a high run of 12 and you keep playing, then you'll get to 12 very often. And then you stay down because you want to break your own personal high run. So that's just for motivational reasons. It's a good game to play. You can play by yourself.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. I've heard different people, different professional players mention about playing by yourself versus playing another opponent. And it seems that for some people, they prefer to practice one pocket alone. They don't like to practice one pocket with other individuals. They don't mind competing with individuals in tournaments, but they don't like practicing with individuals. What's your opinion about that?
I think you need both. Sometimes you just don't have a partner to practice with, and then it's straight pool is if you're too lazy, to do drills and work on the same shot over and over again, then at least see, it was an interesting choice here to go for the 10 and the safety at the same time. Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Then at least play straight pool. But of course you need pool is a competitive game, and you need to play against other players.
Even straight pool?
Of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Okay, he didn't feel confident to hit that one ball, so he elected to play.
Just move that 10 away from the hole, huh?
Yeah, maybe he thinks Corey doesn't know what to do with the 5-7 up there. But maybe there's a carom on. If he gets positioned nicely on the 4 ball to bring the cue ball up between 9 and 8, then maybe he can play a carom, make the 7. Hard to tell from here.
Well, if Corey makes his 3 ball in the in the lower left-hand corner pocket, and drifts the cue ball down another foot or so, he can come off that, he can shoot that 4-ball in the lower right-hand corner of your screen and come up behind those balls, maybe between the 8 and 9. He can send the cue ball in that direction and, either bump into them or perhaps even get shape on the 5 in that lower right-hand corner pocket. Like right now.
Hold on, which is the 7-ball?
Yeah, this is the 4 here. And to the, he's going to go to the side rail and maybe draw it back. Let's see. Yeah, just like, okay, well, see, just bump it, but he didn't get there. Some of the internet viewers are asking another question about which discipline do you prefer to play, to practice, to improve your game. And I'm not sure if you've answered that clearly.
Well, everybody that knows me knows I love straight pool. But of course, most tournaments, professional tournaments, the way I make my money is 9-ball and 10-ball. So,
but you prepare for them by playing straight pool.
I play a lot of straight pool. I love straight, just to get into. If I haven't played, let's say I go on a vacation and I come back, and I feel a little bit cold, then usually the first thing I do is play straight pool because
you hit lots of balls.
A lot of balls. I get into a rhythm and I can just feel how I get in stroke. Once I run 100 balls, 150 balls. And then, but then sometimes there are periods of time where I only play 9-ball and 10-ball, and I don't touch straight pool for weeks and months. Depends on the season, because fortunately, there are quite a few straight pool tournaments each year, like the World Championship. Then we had Ackerstadt's Invitational. We have the Lucasi Hybrid Classic Straight Pool Tournament. And New Jersey State Championships, and sometimes I play in the European Championships. So there are quite some straight, or the Derby City. Oh, it was a bad position here.
Yeah, the Bob Jewett $10,000 added money, yeah.
Yeah, so there are quite some straight pool tournaments, and but mostly, of course, I play 10-ball and 9-ball.
But for developing players, would you recommend them practicing games like straight pool over drills, or do drills come first? Well, it looks like Corey's about to pot this 10-ball and make it a score of 12-10. He is on the hill, is that right?
Yep.
Boy.
We're getting close to the end.
What a time to take the lead. My goodness. The winds of change. So, as I was saying, is it? Do you feel for developing players? I'm talking about C players and B players and such. Do you think that drills are better for them than simply practicing straight pool or rotational games?
Well, I believe in taking a game of pool and splitting into different parts, and then you work on each part very extensively. And when you play the games, when you play straight pool, 9-ball, 10-ball, you put everything together. You have some small position play exercises, drills. You have some, you work on your
rhythm.
break. There's just so many aspects of the game, and you work or inside English or just running English, whatever. And you work on each game, and then when you play, you put them together. And you want to do both. You want to find a mix. You want to compete, you want to do drills, you want to have fun, you want to stay motivated.
For those internet viewers that are listening and interested in pool lessons with you, are you more comfortable giving short pool lessons or long pool lessons? Do you give out multiple hour lessons, or is it an all-day lesson or multiple days? Which is the most common method?
Come play with us.
And we'll see all you TAP members in Valley Forge at the Super Billiards Expo.
So join TAP today.
Introducing Lucasi Hybrid, a whole new level of performance and technology. A cue with the revolutionary X-Shocks dampening system, eliminating vibration. G5 grip technology for enhanced traction and stability results in maximum cue control. Total sweet spot construction means unmatched power. And the zero flex point ferrule provides dead-on accuracy, giving you the confidence you need in every shot. Lucasi Hybrid, the only cue that matters.
You're watching Spheregon Entertainment live streaming. This set production is coming to you live from the 2009 Super Billiards Expo in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. This free stream is brought to you by Tap League. Join a league today. Inside Pool Magazine. Visit InsidePoolMag.com. Gambler Clothing. Live it, breathe it, wear it. And Lucasi Hybrid. Try the next evolution in Lucasi cues. Welcome back, everyone. Just in case you've just joined us, I'm Joey Augustin, Joey A. from the Internet Pool Forums, and I'm here with Torsten Homan, and we're witnessing the finals of the Super Billiards 10-Ball Championship. And we have Corey Deuel leading John Schmidt by a score of 12-10. Corey's on the hill, looking to finish off this match and win this $20,000.
And he has a chance. He has a shot on the one. It's not an easy out, but it's a good opportunity for him here. If he can stay composed.
6-ball looks like it's hiding behind that 7-ball.
I think if he gets the right position, he can make the 6-ball. But first things first, one ball on the side.
Oh, bobbles it. Wow. Well, John has a chance to get back into this match.
But real quick to pick up your question from earlier, I have a lot of beginners that I teach, and I usually give them an hour or 2 hours, because it would take them some time to to work on it, and then we can move on. But advanced players, I can do a block. Oh, there was a brilliant shot here by John. Wow, you see that?
Excellent,
It's a trick shot.
It looked like a trick shot.
But more advanced players, I can do like a full day and analyze the game and give them like a whole bunch of exercises. I think I would improve their game.
Do you have set rates on your website, or is that something that they just need to contact you via email?
Talk to me if they want to do it, at my place, or if I have to travel. It all depends.
Right.
What do you think, Joe? You want to see a hill-hill match here, the final?
I would love to see a hill-hill match. I love competition, whether it's myself or someone else competing, and I just like to see people stretch to their limits, and I like to see them go a little bit further than what they're normally capable of, and I just like to see excellence in people when they're competing, and we're seeing some of that excellence right now. These two gentlemen have risen to the top of this field, and They're playing for the championship, the 10-ball championship here at the Super Billiards Expo in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania.
It's very big here. Make the right decision. There's no natural path.
Any nerves kicking in here, Torsten? We put a lot of juice on that ball.
Well,
Gee whiz, he didn't get perfect. Oh, no. But
I don't know if he can make the 6.
I think a little
but
safety might be in line here.
He might be able to make it. Safety is always an option, but it looks like he just got
Oh, he can go.
perfect
Oh, he can
position.
cut it to the side. Yeah, cut it to the corner. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that from the monitor. John gets a little round of applause for his fine shape on the 6 ball.
Well, a lot of things can happen. Usually, if both players are, handling the pressure very well, then pretty much the roles decide who's going to win. Like if John breaks the balls and he gets a good layout, he's supposed to run out.
So sometimes Lady Luck determines the winner in these matches.
Well,
John completes that rack and brings the score to 12-11. They're racing to 13, and it's a dogfight. It's been that way the whole match. John led the match early on, and now Corey leads the match. But John's fighting back just like Corey did. Mark of two true champions.
so he's going to use his break. He put the 2 or 3 in behind the 1. He's going to use the same draw break he's been using all week.
We see J.R. Calvert moving out there to try and get some of those winning finish photographs that he's famous for. And let's watch Corey's trademark break here. Hit that one kind of firm.
He hit it nice.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh my God. That.
See what I told you about the rolls?
Oh my goodness.
He hit it just as good as he can hit it. He hit it
I mean,
firm, straight.
Oh yeah. That'll take your breath away.
And it's a pretty open rack too. And
But we're not going to say it's an easy rack.
fairly easy.
Well, he's got that 6 at one end of the table and the 7 at the other end, and the 8 doesn't go in the right corner pocket.
But I see a lot of natural angles here that John has to play. And if he makes it, it would be his own break on Hill, so that would be a slight advantage for him. But
Well, let me ask you, you think he's going to get this rack under his belt?
I think so. 6 to the 7.
How's he going to get from the 6 to the 7?
He might just leave the cue ball on the left side of the rail and then send the cue ball around. Coming where the piece of chalk is, on that lower...
I think he's going to be doing something risky if he tries to go 3 rails with shape on that 6 ball, shoot the 6 and go 3 rails with the cue. He runs a risk of running into that... yeah, look, he wanted to go all the way to that back rail.
No, he can go around or just come 1 rail down. I like always to go around.
Yeah, he's just got to make sure that he gets around, but he may go, the cue ball may wind up close to that side pocket.
It looks like he's going 1 rail. No, low. Yeah, that's what I said.
That's your shot.
Uh-huh.
You called
Ooh,
it.
very short.
Yeah, it's floating down.
That's good. That's perfect.
He didn't, excuse me, he didn't hit that too hard. He can come right back up the table and pick up the 8 if he's got proper speed.
Very hard. Hit it
Oh,
very hard.
he goes into the rail, though, so that he's driving at the 8.
Oh, perfect.
Excellent shot. Wow. That's championship pool, people. Pick up a copy of this DVD at InsidePoolMag.com. John wants to make sure that no more mistakes happen.
He's not wasting time. He knows what to do, and he just... Some players, they start worrying, taking too much time. He just goes down and shoots the ball in.
Whoa, we've got a dogfight here. 12-12. You asked me if I wanted to see a Hill match, Torsten, and I got my wish. It's great. This is Hill. These guys really deserve that round of applause. They played a great match, and it's unfortunate that one person has to lose, but we're going to see a winner here soon. John's racking the balls, trying to make sure that he gets a good tight rack. He even goes back down, puts the rack on top again, and do it one more time. He wants to run out this rack. He doesn't want Corey to come to the table.
John Schmidt, breaking for Hill. Come on, folks. Give us a round. We got him here at the end. Corey Deuel, John Schmidt.
No time to take a break now, right? Does he have any butterflies there, Torsten?
No, I'm sure. That's what you want. That's why we're here for.
You embrace those butterflies.
I would trade places with him in a heartbeat.
Squats the cue ball perfectly.
Nice control, but
Did I hear ball fall or no?
nothing.
Wow. I don't know about that 3. The 1 and the 2 look great. May have to do a little work to get on the 3.
Yeah, it depends on the angle now he gets for the 2 ball. If he can stay on the left side, have natural angle to come over. See? This is very good, perfect. Very easy now to get to the right side of the 3. And then he has the combination, looks like.
On the 4-6. Keeps that cue ball off from the rail. Critical.
So the 4-6 is the key here. To make the 6, maybe not that difficult, but to keep that 4 ball.
Well, the 4 is going to run towards that left corner pocket, upper left corner of your screen.
Yep.
I'll tell you what. He's out from here. That's my guess.
He's supposed to, yeah. You never know. Oh.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep. A bit of inside English. 2 rails.
Inside or just one rail?
Maybe 1 rail. Depends, I can't really tell the angle here.
Just get past the 10 and you're home free.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah.
Oh, wow. What?
Uh-oh.
He rolled that up too far. Well, he's making it exciting, that's for sure.
He's missed a few shots like that before. He always hit it too thick. Let's see if he can compensate here.
He hit it too thick there. You're right. Gee whiz. Oh, Torsten.
See, I was expecting him to aim a little thinner because I've seen him miss the same shot twice, and he always hit it too thick. And that's something that would just be in my head, and I would try to aim a little bit thinner than my eyes tell me.
I see.
But, well.
Wow, he had a chance.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's the butterflies. Embracing, they got to quiet those butterflies. Move around, shake them up a little bit, relax them. Playing shape for the closest pocket.
This is it. I think we have a winner here.
Oh, like you said, we'll wait till that 10 ball drops. I'd stay in my seat too, Corey.
John Schmidt.
No butterflies? Yes,
Schmidt.
John Schmidt, champion, Super Bowl 10-ball championship at the Super Billiards Expo. That's a fantastic match. Hill. The two guys shake hands. The fans erupt in applause. It's been a great tournament, a great match. Torsten, it's been a privilege to be with you here in the booth, and myself and all of the internet viewers that have viewed this match have, I know, thoroughly enjoyed you being here, and hope that you'll come again.
Thank you, Joey.
Alan? John Schmidt, ladies and gentlemen.
John Schmidt, what a guy.
I feel bad for Corey now.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
I mean, it happened to me so many times. I dogged so many easy shots to win a championship.
There's Alan Hopkins congratulating the winner. Boy, that's tough.
I will haunt him for the next few weeks, but he will get over it.
Yeah, it's tough.
Well, it was a fun tournament, and every year I'm looking forward to come here, Valley Forge. There's a big cross on my calendar, and I'm already looking forward to 2010.
Well, while you're talking about that, I might make a recommendation to anyone that's interested in coming to this very fine tournament. Make your reservations extremely early, because they sell out of these hotel rooms at the Radisson in rapid order. I was quite lucky to get a room here share a room with a friend of mine, and
I think John is about to say something.
yeah.
He always has something funny to say.
He does. He's a funny guy.
His throat has been bothering him. A fantastic final match. You couldn't have asked for any more than that, correct now? You also like it? We'd like to thank all the fans and all the sponsors. What was that? And your tournament director did a wonderful job. What was that? Couldn't do it without him. I understand. Yeah, no, that's fine. Bonuses, listen to it. I understand, but no. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give this beautiful trophy to Mr. John Schmidt. John, please come on over here.
All right, John, congratulations. Great victory. Look at that trophy.
Well, let me say thank you once again to my sponsors, Lucasi Hybrid Use, to supporting me for all these years and supporting this live stream here. I hope all the spectators on the internet have enjoyed this match as we did. It's quite exciting, 13-12. Couldn't have asked for more. And what a fine gentleman winner we have. John, look at him.
That grin won't come off of his face.
He's going to buy me dinner tonight, let me call him.
I'm telling you, he owes dinner for all the players.
Christina De La Garza reporting on set at the Super Billiards Expo in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. Joining me is John Schmidt, who just won the 10-ball Open here. Is this your first major 10-ball win?
Well, of this magnitude, yes. I've won some 10-ball tournaments, but this is the biggest for sure, and one of the biggest wins of my career. What a great field, and to have it go down hill and the ball skidding on Corey, just unbelievable.
Yeah, well, the break was obviously a huge factor in here, as it usually is in 10-ball, and it almost cost you this match. Did you know you broke dry on 6 different breaks? Or 8 games you didn't shoot in?
It felt like every break. Corey's got a great break, and he does a soft break, and, like I said, he should cure cancer as smart as he is with that break. I just tried to hit him and hope, and to win this tournament as bad as I break, I don't know what to say. I can't believe it.
Well, you say that, but were you breaking better in the other rounds?
Well, I came up dry plenty, but got lucky. I really did come up dry. If I had Shane Van Boning's break, I would be dangerous. But to win it like this is exciting. And again, he had an unlucky roll there, hill. So I just feel so fortunate. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Well, at 12-10, and you broke dry. What were you thinking? Did you think it was over at that point? He had a clear shot on the 1 ball.
Well, I was just thinking, Corey's my buddy. He's going to win, and I played well and, pouting a little bit. But I got a shot, or he scratched on the break or something. And, to win 3 in a row with alternate break is kind of a miracle. So, again, I don't know what to say with that.
Well, you obviously had to play well if you weren't breaking well all weekend and still be able to come out ahead in all of this.
Yeah, I played a little shaky in spots there. I got up 8-5 and dogged a couple balls, long, tough ones, but still I felt myself flinch real bad, and my fundamentals went out the door, and that about cost me the whole set. So, just, again, lucky to pull it out.
Well, great. What's up next for you after this?
I'm not really sure what's up next. I just look forward to about the next tournament. So I'm just going to go home and relax a little bit, play some golf, and ride my dirt bike and practice for the next tournament. And see you guys next time.
All right, great. Well, thanks for joining us, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thanks. Christina De La Garza on set at Super Billiards Expo. Thanks, guys.
You're watching Spheregon Entertainment live streaming. This set production is coming to you live from the 2009 Super Billiards Expo in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. This free stream is brought to you by Tap League. Join a league today. Inside Pool Magazine. Visit InsidePoolMag.com. Gambler Clothing. Live it, breathe it, wear it. And Lucasi Hybrid. Try the next evolution in Lucasi cues.
Come play with us.
And we'll see all you TAP members in Valley Forge at the Super Billiards Expo.
So join TAP today.
Introducing Lucasi Hybrid, a whole new level of performance and technology. A cue with the revolutionary X-Shocks dampening system, eliminating vibration. G5 grip technology for enhanced traction and stability results in maximum cue control. Total sweet spot construction means unmatched power. And the zero flex point ferrule provides dead-on accuracy, giving you the confidence you need in every shot. Lucasi Hybrid, the only cue that matters.